Hello all. For this video, what will you have is that you have some more harder questions in percentage change, percentage increase, and percentage decrease. So we will have some teaching examples for you, and you are going to do the correct practice for me. Okay, now I will only give you the answer for the correct practice 4.9, so please try and please do it by yourself. Okay, now we have the teaching example 4.9 first. Okay, now Kelly gets 60 marks in the first mathematics test. And she gets 69 marks in the second test. A. Find the increase in her teaching marks. B. Find the percentage increase in her test. First of all, every time, what we are going to do is that we must find the original value, the new value, and also what we are going to do. Okay, now for 60, obviously, you know that this is in the first. So this one is the original value. Okay, and for 69 marks, this time for the question you will have is 69, so this is the new value. Okay, we have these two. And now we're going to find the increase first. So what we'll have to do is that the increase is, okay, now we will have immediately use the new value minus the original value. 69 minus 60, so you got 9, okay, for part A. And for part B, obviously, you are going to find the percentage increase. So remember that we must write down the heading first. The percentage increase is, okay, now you have 9 as the numerator. And please pay attention. Do you remember what will we put it in the denominator? The original value or the new value? The answer is always original value. So you must put 60 here. Don't put the new value, okay, here. Otherwise, you get a wrong answer. Okay, do cancellation. You have 3 and 5, and then 3 and 3. So this is 15%. Okay, so you got the second answer. 15%. Okay, now I'll give you to do the correct practice 4.9. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, now I will tell you the answer for the correct practice 4.9. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video now. The answer for part A for correct practice 4.9 is $4.8. And for part B, the answer for this one is 20%. So make sure that you got the correct answer. Okay, now after that, we will do to question 2 in 5 seconds later. Okay, now we will go to the teaching example 4.10 now. Okay, if you have problem, please pause the video, okay? Now we have the teaching example 4.10. In a promotion rate you are not required to know, but in Chinese, this one promotion is called 推广. Okay, each cup of coffee A is increased from 240 milk to 300 milk, okay? So for A, you will see from 240 to 300. So this is the original value. And this is the new value for A, okay? Original value for A. This is the new value for A, okay? Now, for the coffee B, you have increased from 300 ml to 360. So this one is 300 ml is the original value of B. Okay, and the other one is 360 is new value from B. New value for B. Okay, now make sure that what you learn. Okay. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to which cup of the coffee has a large percentage increase. Both of them we are going to calculate the percentage increase, and then what we are going to do is that find out which percent is greater. So let's do it one by one. So first of all, the percentage increase in volume in coffee aid. Okay, now we have something like this first. Percentage increase in volume in coffee aid. Okay, what we are going to do is that we'll use the ruler first, and then we will have the change. And then first of all, we have 300 minus 240, and then over 240. Pay attention, always over the original value times 100%. So you got 60 over 240 times 100%, and do the cancellation, 1, 4, and this is 25. So you have 25% of it. Okay, now we will move down the camera to do the percentage B. Okay, the percentage increase of B. Once again, B. Okay, now we are going to do something like this once again. This time is 360 minus 300 over 300. Okay, the original value is 300, so we will use it as the denominator times 100. And this time, once again, 60 over 300 times 100%. And we do the cancellation. 3 and 60, you got 20. So only 20% of them is A. So the answer is that you must answer the question, coffee A or coffee B. Don't just do all these questions. So you can say coffee A has a higher percentage increase. Okay. Okay, now I will pause for 15 seconds, and after that, you will go to do the quick practice 4.10. Okay, now I move the camera to the quick practice 4.10. Okay, now please look at this question carefully. We have the Jenny and the Kate, but please pay attention about that. You will see the original value of the Jenny is 70 marks, but for the new value for Jenny is not 60. Okay, this one is for Kate's original value. So you must find out which one is the Jenny's new value. So please pay attention. I tell you respectively what's the meaning of this. I hope you remember how to do this. Okay. Okay, now I will tell you the answer one by one, but before this, please pause the video if you cannot finish. Okay, now the answer. First of all, I must calculate the Jenny's percentage increase and the Kate's percentage increase. For Jenny's, its percentage increase is 25 and 5/7%, okay? And for Kate, the percentage increase is 30%. So obviously, K is the answer for getting higher, okay? Greater improvement. Okay, if you have any problem and if you calculate wrong, just do it once again. If you have any problem once again, so you can ask me after you come back to school. Okay, and now we will go to the teaching example 4.11 soon. Okay, now please look at teaching example 4.11. Okay, this is the third questions I want you to do. The price of a video game was $2,050 last year, and it is increased by 20% this year. Find the increase in the price of the game this year. Hence, find the price of the game this year. Okay, now first of all, what we are going to do is that once again we must mark all the original value, the new value. For 250, obviously, because this is the last year, and I'm going to have something that this year. So this one is the original value. We have original value for this one. And you have the increase percent. And then find the increase. So this time you are going to calculate this increase. So you are not required to use 1 plus. Okay, but this time for the price of the game this year. So this is the new value you're going to calculate for part B. Okay, this is the new value you're going to calculate. So make sure that what you're doing, okay? First of all, let's do the part A. We're going to find the increase in the price. So you can immediately use the $250 times 20% immediately. You can do something like this. What we have is 250 times 20 over 100. So you do the cancellations immediately, and you will see this is $50 increase. Okay, $50. Okay, now for part B, obviously, the price of the game this year. What will you have is that you can use the 250 immediately, add $50. So you got this time is $300 this year. You can add it directly. Okay, now please do the quick practice 4.11 by yourself. I will give you 50 seconds to do it. If you cannot finish, just pause the video. Okay, now I will tell you the answer. So please pay attention. Once again, pause the video if you cannot finish. Okay, now for part A, the answer for this one is 675 set. 675. For part B, you can add them together, so you have 2,175 TV set for part B. So make sure that you know how to do these questions. Okay, I will go to the teaching example 4.12 soon. Make sure that you know what I'm doing now. Okay, now we will go to another 4.12 questions. Okay, this time. In the tutorial center, once again, the tutorial center, the number of students increased by 40% to 280 students from January to February. Find the number of students in the tutorial center in January. You have 2 months, you have January, you have February. January is 1月 and February is 2月. So you will see what I'm going to find is the number of students in the tutorial center in January. So you can see this time we are going to find the original value. We're going to find the original value. And so 280 this time is the new value because increased by 2. That means I something to the end of this. So this is the value for the February. So this one is the new value. And so you have the 40%. And we're going to calculate the original value. So every time we calculate the original value, we must do something first, that is the letting. Okay, we will let X be the number of students in January. Okay, so first of all, we have something like this. And then this time, because we are looking at it, this is increase. So we will have 1 plus 40% increase. So we always have the S sign here in the bracket. And then X is the original value times it. Okay, I'll use this X. This is X equals 280. Okay. And then what we are doing is that we write that X times 140% equals 280. X, X in which the 280 divided by 140%. And then X equals 280 divided by 140 over 100. And then X interchange this one, 280 times 100 over 140. Okay, this 2 is very great because this 1, this is 2. So X equals 200. So the answer is that the number of students in January was 200. Was 200 in January. Okay, now we have finished this teaching example 4.12, and now this is your turn. I'll give you 30 seconds to do the quick practice 4.12 by yourself first. Okay, now if you cannot finish, please pause the video now, and you will see the answer for quick practice 4.12 is 24,000. So make sure that you can get the correct answer. If not, please pause the video and we do it once again. You can look at the exercise that the teaching example that I gave to you now. Okay, now we will go to the teaching example 4.13 now. Okay, once again, teaching example 4.13. The number of fish in a fish tank last year was 300. Due to bacterial infections, in case this one you are not required to know it, but in Chinese this one is called 細菌感染. Bacterial is just an adjective. 細菌, and infection in Chinese is called 感染. Okay, the number of fish decreased to 45 this year. Find the decrease in the number of fish, the percentage increase in the number of fish. Okay, now first of all, you must know is that which one is the original value and which one is the new value. And obviously for 300 last year, so this one is the not good enough, the highlighter. So this is the original value. And 2 something for, so you only have 45 left. So this is terrible. So for 45, this one is the new value. So what you are going to calculate is the part A and the part B. Okay, the decrease in the number of fish. Okay, now first of all, the decrease is obviously you will use 300 minus 45 immediately. The answer is 255 fish. Okay, this is A. For part B, you are going to calculate the percentage decrease. Okay, once again, you will use the 255 as the numerator. And then you are going to divide by 300, the original value. Once again, every time is original value times 100%. And we will do the cancellation. 0, 0, 0, 0. We can do 0. 3 and 2. This is 8, 5. So you will decrease 85%. Okay, a terrible number. So this is the teaching example 4.13. And now you are going to do the quick practice 4.13. And I will give you 30 seconds to do it. Okay, now we're going to answer the quick practice 4.13. And if you cannot finish, always, I tell you that you must pause the video now. Okay, now the answer for the quick practice 4.13 for part A, the answer is 16 students. And for part B, the answer is 5% only. Okay, now if you cannot calculate it, you calculate wrong, so please do it once again. And now we will go to the teaching example 4.14. Okay, this time, May's weight was 50 kilogram last month. If her weight is reduced in Chinese is called 減少. You must know this word because this word it will always replace decrease to do this expression also. So you must know this word also. This is also mean 減少, okay, by 8% this month. So what is her weight this month? Okay, we are going to calculate her weight this month. So obviously you can see this is the new value. This is the new value, okay? And so the 50 kilogram this time is the original value. And you're going to calculate her weight now. Okay, her weight this month is, okay, now you are going to calculate the new value and you are using the percentage is 8% reduced, so this is minus 8%. So you have 15 kilogram times 1 minus 8%. Okay, you are not going to calculate the decrease, you calculate the new value, so you have 1 minus here. So you have 50 times 92%, and you have 50 times 92 over 100. Cancellation, you have 2 and 1, and then this is 46. So 46 kilogram is her new rate. Okay, 46 kilogram. Okay, this is teaching example 4.14, and now I give you 30 seconds to do correct practice 4.14. Okay, now we will discuss the answer of quick practice 4.14. But before you pause the video, if you cannot finish, just listen to the question what I'm going to tell you. Look at the question number 1. You will see this one is the decrease. So this time you are not required to calculate, add 1 minus here. So you just calculate times the 90,000 times the 42% immediately. So the number of tourists in June, this time for part B is the new value you are going to calculate, okay? So make sure that this one is the new value, and for part A is just the decrease. So make sure that you know what is the answer for this. So for part A, you will see the answer. Okay, now if you cannot finish now, please pause the video. Okay, part A, the answer is 37,800. And for part B, so then you can minus it, and you get 52,200. This is quick practice 4.14. After that, we will do teaching example 4.15. Okay, now the last three examples. Okay, this is teaching example 4.15. Okay, this is a little bit difficult for you all, so please pay attention and know how to do this. Okay, the price of a handbag is decreased by 20% every month. The price in April is 400. Find the price of the handbag in May. So please pay attention. This time you must know for part A, you are going to find something in May, 月. And the price I gave you is in April, 4月. So you must know that the 400 this time is original value. It's 400. And then the new, I do not know. And next, for part B, you will see in March and in April. This time I give you the new value, and you are going to find back the March one. So this time, the new value is 400. And you are calculate the original one. So you must make sure that which one you are going to do. So for part A, you are going to find the price of the handbag in May. So what can you do is that you are not required to let X, because we are going to find new value here. So what we are going to do is that the original value is 400, 400, and times 1, because this is decrease, minus 20%. Okay, this is the new value you're going to calculate, and then equals 400 times 80%, and 400 times 80 over 100. And we will do the cancellation, and the only answer is $320 for the price of the handbag in May. Okay, this is part A. And for part B, you are going to find out the original value this time. So it's in March. So we must let X. So let's do it. Let X be the price in March. Once again, this time is X times 1 minus 20%. Because in April, the price is 400. So this time we have 400 as the new value. So once again, X times 80% equals 400. Okay, I move it down. And then you will see X is equal to 400 divided by 80%. And X equals 400 divided by 80 over 100. And then X is equal to 400 times 100 over 80. And then you will have cancellation. This is 5, this is 1. So X equals 500. So the price in in March was $500. Okay, now let's look at the whole answer of this part. And then after 15 seconds, you are going to do the quick practice 4.15. Okay, now if you have any problem, please pause the video now. Otherwise, we will go to quick practice 4.15. Okay, let me move it to settle down. Okay, the answer now I'm going to distribute. So please pause the video if you cannot finish. For part A, there are 7,560 birds. Not decrease. I'm so sorry about that. If this is decrease, I need to check it once again. So I'm sorry about that. For part A, this is 5,040. Okay, for part B, the answer is 7,875 birds. Okay, now make sure that what you are going to calculate. Okay, this is quick practice 4.15. Make sure that you get the correct answers before you go to the next teaching example. Okay, now make sure that I will go to the 4.16. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video now. Okay, teaching example 4.16. Okay, there were 2,500 restaurants in the city last year. Find the percentage change. This time is the percentage change in the number if the number of this year is 2,375 and 3,375. So you will see 2,500 is just the original value. And we are going to calculate the percentage change. That means every time. Okay, let me write down the heading. The percentage change is so every time you are going to calculate is that you are not required to remember which one is bigger and which one is smaller. What we are going to do is that we are just to use the new value, that is 2,375. Here, this is the new value. This one is also the new value for part B. So these two are new value. Always, we will use the new value minus the original value. So you will have 2,375 minus 2,500 over 2,500. Always put the original value as the denominator. And then you will have something that 125 negative side over 2,500 times 100%. So you can do the cancellation. And then you have 5. So this is negative 5%. Okay, for teaching example 4.16, part A. And for part B, once again, we have the same formula. The percentage change is you will have this time 3,375 minus 2,500 over 2,500 once again times 100%, and this time you will get 875 over 2,500 times 100%. Okay, once again 20, 25, and then there's 3 and 75. You have 35. So this time is 35% increase for the change. Okay, now I move it down a little bit more. So these two answers you will have is that this time for the percentage change, if you get the negative, that means that the new value is smaller than the original value, you will get the negative side for the percentage change. And for this one, because the new value is greater than the original value, you will get the positive side. So this is percentage decrease, and this is the percentage increase. Okay, now please do it the quick practice 4.16 now for yourself. And make sure that you know how to do this. I will give you 30 seconds. Okay, now for the answer for quick practice 4.16 now. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video. Okay, I will not give you enough time, so I must make sure that the video is short enough. So for part A, you will see the answer is negative 12%. For part B, the answer is 40%. Okay, so make sure that you know the correct answer. And now we will go to the final questions. That is the teaching example 4.17 for this topic. That means the last question we are going to discuss is this one. The teaching example 4.17. A worker has increased his daily working hours from 8 hours in 2014 to 10 hours in 2015. The hours paid of the worker is increased by 10% to $55 in 2015. Find the hour plate of the worker in 2014. So first of all, let's look at the question. This is part A. What we are going to calculate is the hour plate. Hourly plate we are going to calculate. That means this is the money. So we will only consider the sentence with the money. That is the hourly pay of the worker is increased by 10% to $55 in 2015. So we will only consider this sentence only. Before, we will use the other sentence for part B. Okay, now look at this. We have $55. In this one is 2015. So this one is the new value. And this is the percentage. Okay, we are going to calculate. And now we are going to find the hour plate in 2004. So this is the original value. This is the original value. Okay, if you are going to find the original value, you must let the unknown. Let x, money x, be the hourly paid of the worker in 2014. And then once again, you have the x times 1 plus 10%, and then equals 55, okay? And then we will have x times 110% to $55, and then x equals 55 divided by 110%, and x is equal to 55 divided by 110 over 100, and x equals 55 times 100 over 110, and then cancellations, and then you have 2 and 1, you have 150, you have 1, so x is equal to 50. Okay, now I'll move it down a little bit before we go to part B. So the hour plate was $50 in 2014. Okay, so we finished the part A. Okay, I will pause it for 15 seconds and we will continue to discuss the part B. Okay, now we will go to part B. Find the percentage change in the daily income. Daily income 每日嘅入息。Okay, of the worker. So this time I'm going to calculate something that a little bit different from what we learned in the past. Okay, now we will go to part B first. First of all, we are going to calculate 2014. Okay, you are not required to write this, but I will help. This one may help you to do the question. For 2014, you can look at the question once again. You will have 8 hours for each worker, and then the hourly pay is $50. So we have $50 times 8 hours that he can do. So it's $400, and this is the original value. Okay, first of all, you have this. And then we have 2015. This time you will have $55, and then he do 10 hours. So this is 550. This is the new value. Okay, so that we find something that they are both of them are daily income. After that, we can use the formula, the percentage change. The percentage change is now we are going to calculate something like this because we have 550 is the new value and minus 400 is the original value and divided by 400 times 100%. Once again, please remember 400 is the original value, and so we put it in the denominator. We will never put 550 in the denominator. And then we can do the calculation. 150 over 400 times 100%. Do the cancel 0. 4, this is 75. This is 2, so you only have 37.5%. This is an increase. Okay, so you finished the part B. Okay, I will give you back to see the whole picture of these questions. Okay, now this is your turn. You are going to calculate the quick practice 4.17. Okay, now please look at quick practice 4.17 and do it by yourself first. Okay, now I will give you the answer now for this quick practice 4.17. And if you cannot finish, do it first before you start the video again. Okay, now please pause the video. Okay, for part A, the answer for the entrance 3 入場費 of the frame park in June is $300. And for part B, the percentage change this time is 4.5%. Okay, in the total entrance fee income. So this is the end of these questions. And make sure that you know how to do all the quick practice 4.something every time. I recommend you to, if you cannot understand, you can watch the video once again. If not, if you still have any problem, please don't hesitate and please ask me after you come back to school. Okay, now thanks for watching. Okay, this is the end of this video.